What's going on, guys? Hey, Jason here again. For those of you that don't know me, I'm not a professional. I'm just an average guy. I have a passion for lawn care, and so Heather takes care of the flowers. I take care of the lawn. Welcome to our Missouri yard. Today I'm going to be working on just raking up some stuff in the yard. I'm not really a raking type of thing. Just lifting everything off of, lifting the grass that's been matted down by the snow. And then any leaves and stuff that's stuck to the ground, I'm going to rake that up. And then later today I'm going to mow, hopefully. If I get time, I'm going to mow and bag everything up just to get all the stuff off the yard. And then the plan is, the next step would be to, I'm going to put down some of the next products from Greene County Fertilizers. It's actually going to be done in 3 different applications. So hopefully I'll get that done today too. If not, I'll do it tomorrow afternoon. But today we're raking and mowing. That's the main priority. Okay, so here I've already done some raking. As you can see, I just loosened up a bunch of leaves that were under this big tree. The big tree. It goes way up. It's a popular tulip tree. Provides a lot of shade over on this side of the house, but also produces a lot of leaves. So their leaves are stuck down. The grass is stuck down to the ground too from the snow we had this winter. And so I'm just raking it up, getting everything loose. And like maybe you can see here, you see how all the grass and everything is just stuck to the ground there? Just raking that up. So I'm just getting it up, getting it all loose, and then I'm going to come back later and mow and bag it so I can get all this loose stuff out. And I got a bunch of sticks to deal with too. So you may see that I'm mowing in different directions, not mowing all in the same direction. That's because the grass is laying down in different ways, just trying to lift it back up. And the reason we're trying to lift it up is, one, I want to get all the stuff out, the dead material, and then some of the leaves, get that out too. But I want to get the grass lifted up, get some air movement through there, get some of that dried out, and hopefully it'll avoid a lot of the snow mold. I think I have some of it already setting in. But it's just the first step of getting everything going. So, and hopefully next week I can put down grass seed. So that's another step of the process. I want to get everything up that I can. All right, so I got the front area done. That's, I consider, our shaded area under the big tree. It was definitely the worst section of the whole yard, so I want to make sure I got that done first. I don't know how much of the footage of the raking I'll put in there, because I just realized I had my back to you the whole time, so I'm not sure that was such a great view. And you can only see so much of someone raking to make any difference. So you get the idea of what I've done. Now I'm going to get out my lawnmower and mow it all up. I've been anxious to mow. So I probably could have gone on and raked some more, but I want to mow. And I got a new to me mower this past fall. I guess it's probably early spring, maybe even winter. It's probably winter, considered to be winter. But so it's a 2-year-old tower recycler mower. Been anxious to use it. I'm going to bag it all up and we'll get going. It's first mow of the year. right back. All right, since I got a quick break here, first go over a couple things. One, I did not anticipate I'd use more than one bag in the lawnmower for all that stuff, so I didn't have a bag ready or anything like that. So, and I will be eventually hauling this off to the yard waste area that I think I showed you in a previous video. First impressions of the lawnmower, I really like it. It's really smooth. I had a Toro lawnmower with the personal pace on it that was about 12, 15 years old, and I liked it. I think I definitely like this one better. It's a lot smoother. It's heavier, so it just feels a little more sturdy, and it's all-wheel drive versus just a rear-wheel drive. I can tell a difference. I think where I'm really going to tell the difference is when I get onto the hills. So, and it also seems to be a theme so far in all my videos. Today, I just checked, it's 41 degrees. Yesterday was really nice. I mean, it was like in the upper 50s. Sun was out, it was beautiful. But again, today, when I have time to actually work on things, it's cloudy and chilly. So, I'm gonna get back to mowing. All right, so I got that first section done. A couple things, you may have seen some stuff flying. In last week's, a couple episodes ago, I think, where I did all the raking out of the flower beds. Apparently I got a lot of the mulch out into the grass too, so I was picking some of that up and it was flying all over the place, and sticks and whatnot. But the grass, I like the way it turned out. It has really lifted up, and I think it's going to look really good. It's going to open it up for the grass seed to go down, and for my liquid fertilizer products to hit the ground too. So I'm looking forward to it. Now I just got to do the rest of the yard. I'll save you just the same thing all over again, so I'll save you from seeing that again. One other thing I wanted to show you guys, if you remember back when I did the retaining wall, and again, I need to remind you, I am not a professional, and the way that retaining wall turned out is definitely not, or turning out, I'm actually done with it, it's not a professional job. So if you remember, we had what was actually what I would consider to be edging stones that were used as a retaining wall originally. So I dug all those out. I just found I just could not save it and make it salvageable. And I dug all those out, and we're going to start putting them around our flower beds. And here's an example of one here. And they're not in or anything like that. See, I think you might have seen me tip one over when I was mowing, but they're just laying there just kind of get an idea of what it would look like. We're going to put them around a couple different flower beds. We got another one over here. It's still in the front yard. See, I think it's going to make some nice edging material, and a little bit more to weed whip around, but at the same time it's going to keep the mulch inside the flower bed instead of always flowing out into the grass. And it gives me a distinct line of where my grass is and where the flower beds are. I'll give you a little glimpse of where I'm at with that retaining wall. Come back around here to the side of the house. I'm about halfway done. My little utility trailer won't hold a whole lot of weight, so I've dug out the path just to get a general idea of where I'm going to go. I'm going to go straight down, and then we're going to curve in there and come down here and curve in there, and then there's going to be another curve down there. I wish I wouldn't have put that rock there, but so I got a pretty good start. I think it's going to look pretty good. If I was a professional, I would definitely have an actual string to follow a straight line. However, I didn't have one, so I just grabbed an old extension cord And this is where I hope that ends up, is up here. Just grabbed an extension cord, you can see the end there, and put a block on top of it and went down to the other end. Put another block on it. So, like I said, I'm not a professional. There's things I should have done differently, and I've actually tore out the wall once because I realized I wasn't going in a straight line with it. So, but it'll turn out good enough for us. Save a lot of money that way. So I thought I was going to be done with just showing the little that little section there, how I raked it up and then mowed it and bagged it up, and then I had to go. My daughter had to take my daughter to a Papa and Princess, or Princess and Papa dance, so we had to go do that. Took a little break, and then I came back and I did this other side of the front yard. Got it raked up, and like I said, what I was really wanting to do is just rake the grass up, so get it up, standing up straight, and then if there was any dead material that was just kind of sitting on top of the dirt, on the soil, not necessarily get up any thatch, that kind of thing, but just the loose stuff that's like I could get up out of the grass and then mow that up. And I got a flag here, that's just to mark that I have a hole there that I needed to fill in. Got a couple of them throughout, so I did this area here around that flower bed, and here we got more pavers, or not paver, the edging stones that I took from that old retaining wall, and I started just laying them out to see how they were going to work out. And then I raked and mowed this down here, and then went inside the fenced area, which is our dog area, and raked that up and mowed all that. And I gotta tell you, I love mowing. It was doing the first mow, it was just great. But I gotta show you something kind of cool over here that I discovered. And while I was raking, I really got to know the lay of the land a little bit better. And I found holes that I've been saying since we moved in that I need to fill in, so I marked those. But down here, you can see another flag there, another one there, and another one here. But it's this bottom one down here I want to show you. See if I can get down inside it. If you look, there's a hole there, but it has a clay pipe that's completely separate. I can stick my hand down in there, see? And I believe what that is from the downspout that goes down in the ground, runs along here through the ground, through the hole there, and then out into the street. I believe that's what it is, but I don't know how the heck I'm going to fix that. You know, I can't put dirt over it because it'll just fall down in that hole again. So, put down in the comments below what you think I should do about that. If you have any ideas, it would be greatly appreciated. So, give you a little more idea. And I'm curious too. So I thought this whole time that I've had a fescue blend grass, fescue blend lawn, but I'm unsure what this stuff is. It's white, and it's a lot of what I have. I don't know if that's a fescue or what. I mean, it's almost too thick to be zoysia, but it's just falling apart. I hope it's not dead. I don't know what that is. So if you have any ideas on that too, put in the comments below. So as the sun starts to set, I want to tell you guys too that everything that I'm doing this spring is in preparation for our big day on June 30th, okay? I've mentioned in previous videos that on June 30th, our yard is going to be featured on the garden tour. I'm going to have 400 or 500 people coming through our yard, looking at the different flower beds, and I got to make sure my yard, my grass is on point. I need to make sure I have domination lines. I got to have it all. It's got to be a deep green. And part of that too is that I need to do some seeding and overseeding. And normally I would not do that during the spring, and it's going to come at a cost too, because I know I'm going to have to redo a lot of it again this fall. But it has to be done. It's one of those things where I wouldn't normally do it, but I have to do it because of the June 30th date. My lawn needs to be perfect. So a lot of things I'm going to do, I know I wouldn't typically do it during a normal year, but so keep that in mind. I would normally do all my seeding and overseeding in the fall, but I can't do it this year. I just can't. It's not recommended. I don't recommend doing it in the spring, but again, it's something I have to do. I don't have any choice. It has to be done. Otherwise, my yard's going to look like it's going to be terrible, and we can't have that happening for the garden tour. So keep that in mind. I got this part, got the front yard and the side yard raked and mowed. I got the backyard, which is it's about 3,000 square feet. That goes from our barn along the driveway to the road. Got to do that tomorrow evening, and then I hope to hit it with the RGS, the aerate, the microgreen, and also the humic. So thanks for coming. Thanks for watching the video, sticking with me. I know these first few videos have been pretty rough as I'm getting into doing this. So if you have any comments, any words of suggestions or praise or just a boost of confidence, I greatly appreciate it. It won't be long, and we'll have some information from Heather coming out about what she's going to do with the flower beds. She's been talking to different people and got different kind of plans, and see what we can do with that. So looking forward to sharing her what she has to do on the channel too. So thanks a lot. Thanks for visiting our Missouri yard. Be sure to subscribe, like, and hit the bell notification.